Welcome, witches. I'm your high hostess, Leanne Aguilera, and by now you all should have binged part 2 of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And if you haven't, spoiler alert, get out of here. Hop on your broomstick, get out of here, but fly back once you're done because we are about to discuss all of these spellbinding twists and bewitching turns with Satan himself. That's right, actor Luke Cook is here, and I'm so thrilled about this right now. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the Witches Council.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's so nice meeting you.
Yeah.
And for all the fans out there, they're seeing you for the very first time.
Yes, as Satan.
As Satan, yes. Not as Satan, as Luke.
Yes, yes, now, yeah.
For all you fans who are tuning in right now, I will be taking your comments, so send them in to us right now. I'll pass them along to Luke. But I've got to say, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a wicked debut you've had.
I know, what a moment. Like, what an introduction to me in a loincloth and... Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about when you were auditioning for this. Did you know the part you were going in for?
I knew that it was for Lucifer. I thought it was one of the worst auditions I've ever done, to be honest. I'd never walked out of an audition wanted to punch something so badly. I just thought it was an absolute failure. And then I got the call the next day, and it turns out I was maybe good.
It was a big success.
Yeah, well, yeah, I love the episode. I think it turned out great. Yeah.
I think you need to share with the fans what made this episode so particularly wonderful. What do your parents do?
Oh my gosh. Well, my father is a minister, Presbyterian minister, and God bless them. They heard that I was playing Satan, and every so often I'd send them a video just saying, "You following your false gods," and like sending them a message from Satan. But they watched it and they really liked it, and they were very proud of me.
That's so sweet. But I love that they watched it, and the first introduction of you is in a loincloth.
A loincloth coming out of a cave, like a satanic cave.
But your chemistry with Michelle was absolutely amazing. How did you guys find that on-screen chemistry together?
I mean, I think that I think I would say that we're similar people.
Yes.
We're both bold.
You both have great hair.
True. Like, and then in fact, we found a lot, and I was like, "Great hair." She said, "You too." That was our first line to each other before we were even introduced. No, she's just a sassy, wonderful person. We got along great.
And what was it like for you finding that on-screen bond with Kiernan, who we now know is Lucifer's daughter?
I know. Well, I mean, she makes it so easy because she makes such great conversation with you off camera that you're like completely at ease when she comes on, and it was just such a dream working with her. She's a great actress.
When did you find out the twist that Sabrina Spellman was actually Lucifer Morningstar's daughter?
When we did the table read with the whole cast, and I was like, okay, this is a fairly important thing. Like, I mean, we've been talking about the Dark Lord for 2 seasons, and then I come in and I'm like, okay, well, that's a big twist. I am her daddy. Yeah. I said, I'm your zaddy.
Oh my God.
Just for fun.
Everyone's talking about zaddies now.
I know, I don't know what it means, but I love saying
I'm not sure either, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Well, speaking of internet memes, my favorite meme that's out there right now for Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is, it goes, "No one," and then it goes, "I am Sabrina Spellman."
Yes, that is so good.
But now I think she has to start saying, "I am Sabrina Morningstar."
Yes, could she? I mean, that's one of my fatherly things that I must say she has to do.
But I loved that we got to see her serve as your queen for a hot second.
Just a hot second, and then
Just a hot second.
threw me into her boyfriend. That's a shame.
We're coming back to that, but first let's talk about the musical moment.
Oh yeah.
That was such a fun twist to see on the show. What was it like being on set for that moment?
Oh, it was like amazing because all these people were singing it. It was loud, and Kiernan's an amazing singer and dancer. The only thing I didn't like about it was I didn't get to sing it because I love Phantom of the Opera. I was like, I know these words, I could sing this. But no, they didn't give me the opportunity. It's fine.
The costumes looked amazing.
Oh, yes.
Your costumes were great. What was your favorite thing to put on?
Oh, that big gold one for sure. But the deepest V's, like there's no deeper V than that. Like any deeper and it's just not a shirt
It's just not a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a hoodie with just a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
Did you meet the actor who plays the other Dark Lord,
Yes.
the Beast version?
Yes, he's amazing and like much taller than I am. And I'm 6'4" and he's even taller than me. It's very weird when you're 6'4" and you meet someone taller than you because you're like, you never look up here. Anyway, he's a lovely guy.
We've got our first fan comment right now from the lovely Tabitha, and she wants to know, what was it like getting into this character?
Hi, Tabitha. Getting into this character is a lot of a lot of fun. I think the devil has his charms. That's what I was always thinking. I was thinking, gosh, he's got to be charming, and he's evil, and I think we're all capable of great evil. It's a very heavy thing to say, but that's how you get into it.
I feel like you're going to be walking along the street now, and people are just going to be like, "Praise Satan!"
Yeah, and I'll give them a little wave. Yes, thank you.
But did you tell me there's a praise Satan at certain moments on set?
Yes, the way that it's the best crew you could ever be a part of. If you sneeze on the set of Sabrina, everybody goes, "Hail Satan!" And it's actually a competition for who can say it the loudest. So it's absolutely crazy. You just got to be careful when you're rolling that nobody's,
Do not sneeze.
Yes.
Sasha Shelton says, "I just finished part 2. Oh my gosh, shook at the ending."
Yes.
Let's talk about this ending.
Yeah, it's heavy, isn't it, Sasha?
Okay, so Nick essentially sacrificed himself to be the human vessel to hold Lucifer within himself. Am I getting this right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
What was your reaction when you read that twist at the table read? What did
I
Gavin
had to have
say?
a giggle that I'm going into Nick. I mean, it's like a kind of Lucifer intercourse. It was hilarious. I mean, I was like, great. Anyway, I think it's great because at one point you're like, oh no, now Nick is no longer the heartthrob, but he's more of a heartthrob now.
He's like double heartthrob.
For one moment you're like, oh, F Nick, we hate him. And then he's like, oh, do it. I can hold him. And you're like, oh, I love him again.
But I love the fact that the Dark Lord told Nick, get close to this girl.
Yes.
And then Sabrina was so taken aback by that. But it's you have to do what the Dark Lord says. And it's not like he did anything bad. He just wanted to get close to you. He actually fell for you. So I think that, I don't know, maybe her dad was playing matchmaker.
Yeah, I think you really are trying to forgive him.
I'm trying.
You really want to forgive him, don't you?
Well, because I mean, in the grand scheme of betrayals in this show, to me that wasn't the biggest one.
And as well as that, he really does love her.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he was manipulating her, but then he's like, as he's manipulating, he's like, wait, I actually really do like her. I think it's hot. It's kind of hot.
So you are now trapped in Nick Scratch's body in hell, and it is being ruled over by Lilith as the queen of hell.
Let me just say there are worse bodies to be trapped in.
This is true.
How about his rippling abs? My gosh, that scene with him and Keenan?
I mean, there were quite a few scenes.
Yes.
I'm glad your parents didn't watch all of part 2 because it got sexy this year, guys.
I know. I said, guys, just watch that episode, no more.
Ann Mull, I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong, says, "What is the future of Lucifer Morningstar now that he's in the body of a witch?"
I know.
Warlock.
Warlock, yes. I wish I could answer that for you. What was her name?
Yeah, Ann Mull.
Ann Mull, I wish I could answer that for you, but I don't even know myself. It's all a mystery.
Well, going off of that, Deepika wants to know, will we see more of you on the show in the future?
I hope so. I haven't heard anything, but yes, fingers crossed. Hail Satan.
Akil, oh yes, Hail Satan. Akil says, are we going to see more of the Dark Lord in part 3? And so we know that we're not quite sure yet.
Yeah.
But Avery wants to know, what was your favorite moment from season 2?
Favorite moment from season 2? I mean, honestly, it was holding a dagger up to Hilda and Zelda's neck.
But yeah, how did you guys do that? I know you guys have a lot of practical effects on this show. So was that something that was actually happening on set, or?
Yeah. So that's the way that works. Is there's not like a person in a green suit holding it up. They just do that after. But but it was just a fun scene to shoot, and just to work with Miranda Otto and Lucy Walsh. Of whom, Lucy Walsh for me I was a little bit starstruck.
Oh yeah.
Because I loved the original Office.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyway,
and
so
she's
just
the nicest person.
Oh, and hilarious, endlessly.
Yeah.
Love her. Yeah.
But I love the fact that they do have a lot of practical effects on the show, so that when you are doing these spells, it feels like you actually have the power.
Yes.
Did you have any moments like that on set where you're like, oh?
Well, yes, because there were these flashes of lightning going off as that scene was happening, and these gusts of wind, as if I had done that. And so I really did feel like we had 100 people in the crew making wind, and I was like, there was moments of I am amazing, but it was all fake.
What the heaven is going on here?
Yep. And then I go home and I'm just eating popcorn. I'm like, yep, I'm not in any way powerful.
How'd you like Vancouver?
Oh, Vancouver's fantastic and cool and rainy and a nice break from Los Angeles.
It's the perfect setting for the show, though.
Yes, it is.
I was up there for the second to last episode, the Mandrake episode.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the middle of the Vancouver wilderness. It was freezing.
I know.
But so, was it absolutely chilling when you were on set as well?
Absolutely chilling, but they take such great care of you. They're always like, are you okay? And I had to be naked in that weather. like as an FYI.
That's where I was going. So
Yes.
yeah.
Like there was a 5 a.m. call one morning, and I had to get out. And the way that they do the nudity stuff is it actually that loincloth is put in there. I wasn't wearing a loincloth, so I was in
Like a
skin-colored thong. And then
Magic.
yes, wow, magic of movie making. And I was in this, but it was minus whatever. So that was the very first day I was, that original scene with the young Lilith?
Yeah.
That was
Who
the
was
first
lovely.
day. She's great, Jenna.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was an amazing set, like out in the middle of nowhere, outside of Vancouver, but freezing, like beyond freezing.
Dina wants to know, have you thought of an alternative ending for this season, or have you imagined the ending before reading? Oh, yeah. How did you, when you found out that you got this part, how did you originally envision what was going to happen?
Oh gosh, I wish I could answer that. I didn't think of anything but the actual ending. I thought, okay, how about this? I thought that me and Sabrina could just have a normal life of domesticity. She'd move in and we'd make smoothies every day.
That's what fathers do with their daughters.
And get a dog.
Get a dog.
Yeah.
And just be your own family.
Yeah.
Your own little wicked little family.
And maybe at some point I'll find a Mrs. Satan, and we can all live happily ever after.
It was interesting, though, that if he's the Dark Lord, that he wanted his daughter to be queen. I'm not sure exactly how the royal lineage works on that.
He's Satan, so incest is never out of the question.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but it's true. He's awful.
Okay, yeah. Well, Sasha wants to know, what did you think of the Dark Lord and Lilith's relationship?
Oh,
So complicated.
I know, it is complicated. Well, that's something that I thought of. I was like, well, Lilith and him were lovers. That's how they started, and they obviously fell out because he wasn't giving her power, and he was obsessed with himself. He's a narcissist. I often think that, like, there's a way that romance can be reignited. I actually thought that it might go there.
It'll be interesting to see if we still have the lovely Michelle Gomez in part 3, because she kind of went back into Miss Wardwell's body.
That's right.
But I can't imagine anyone playing Madam Satan except for her.
I know. Well, I would just love to watch the acting challenge to Michelle Gomez of her playing throughout a season both. Having to be like Madam Satan and
Miss Wardwell, the true Miss Wardwell. Yeah.
And if there's an actress who can do it, I feel like.
I think she could.
Yeah.
I think she could. We're going to take a couple more fan questions. Megan Kunn wants to know, she says that's the sweetest thing ever. So thank you, Megan. We're glad that you're thinking what he's thinking is sweet. The Will of Artie says, what's it like working with the rest of the cast?
I just thought they were if you don't, like, it's not to be condescending, but they're so cute. Like, I just wanted to hug them all and love them all. They're so fantastic. And the young'uns are, well, there's kind of a break in age in between. There's this high schoolers, and then there's their aunties and things like that. I got along well with all of them, just all of them. They're just a treat to work with.
Jico wants to know, what was the most challenging scene to film?
The most challenging scene was with Madam Satan, was with Michelle Gomez, because that was my second day on set. I was in a skin-colored thong, and I had to kind of come in and control her.
Yeah.
And she's a very powerful woman off set and on set, and so that was just challenging to do it in a skin-colored thong. It's hard to be powerful in a skin-colored thong. It makes you feel pathetic.
Aaron is giving us a great question right now, because I actually asked the entire Chilling Adventures of Sabrina cast the same question. So thank you, Aaron. Aaron wants to know, are you Team Harvey or Team Nick?
I think Team Harvey's got his go. I'm Team Nick.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Nick and Sabrina are hot. That's a thing.
Are you only saying that because you're technically trapped in Nick's body right now?
Well, I just think Harvey's got his own thing going on, and he's got endless babes. He'll be fine. Plenty of fish in the sea.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where we could see the Dark Lord maybe not be so dark?
Oh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Just at least, let's all just get along. Everything is like the end of the world with this show. It's like, oh man, let's just see them go to a dance.
I know, but that'd be a funny meeting in the writers' room. Like, how do we make Satan not so Satan-y?
Yeah.
Can he be just cute for one? So yeah, I don't think that's Satan.
He's quirky.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Since the show has premiered, fans have been binging it like crazy, and I understand that you've been getting some interesting DMs.
Yeah, people sliding up in the DMs, and and bold too. I've slid up into people's DMs before, but it's always like, hey,
hi,
how are you?
Big fan.
These ones are just right to the point of what they want, which is like, hey, show me your butt or something. And it's like, wow, we
Just
don't...
rewatch the episodes.
Yes, exactly. It was all right there for you. It's on Netflix. You can watch it whenever you want. You know, like you don't have to... I can't send pictures of my bottom.
What has been the number one question that fans have had for you so far? Because it's really just been a bit of a whirlwind weekend for you.
Yeah, I'd say the question most people are asking is, send me pictures of your butt. Just endlessly. That's the biggest question.
Noah Harris says, when my sister found out that the Dark Lord was Sabrina's dad, she fell to the floor and did not move.
Oh, wow.
And then Noah says, what do you think of Riverdale?
Oh, I love Riverdale, but wait, has she moved yet?
I think she's...
Is she still on the ground
we
somewhere?
hope she's okay.
Yeah, wow. Gosh.
But yeah, what do you think of Riverdale?
I do like Riverdale. They're all so attractive.
I know.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
There's only so much of that I can take. I'm like, God, it's like reading a fashion magazine. I'm like, I feel ugly. I need to stop watching this.
There's no mediocre looking people in Riverdale.
That's
Same
true.
thing with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, though.
This is TV, baby. Everyone's
Greendale,
beautiful.
Riverdale, everyone's gorgeous.
I know.
Like,
I know. Isn't it annoying?
we need like another spin-off where it's like the real world.
Yes, the real world. Well, like, they do reality TV that you can watch of that.
Yeah.
They should do a reality show about people who think they're witches.
I think it's called Vanderpump Rules. They call themselves the Witches of WeHo, so.
A guilty pleasure of mine is Love Island. Have you watched
I
that?
love Island.
Oh
Sorry,
my
we're
gosh.
getting way off topic. We will discuss
So
this.
good, yeah.
Haley last year was
Oh,
the best.
wow, what a person.
Her thoughts on
She didn't know what
Brexit.
Brexit was?
Yes. I'm sorry. We're getting way off topic right now. Okay, lastly, Seahart says, what's the goat leg like?
The goat leg is horrifying. Like, you touch it and it's like, oof, what is this giant weird thing? It's gross. Good question.
Did you was it attached to your actual leg?
Sometimes they would like tie it to my leg, and sometimes they would make me wear a grey sock and they just put it over with computer whatever. But sometimes I would have to wear it, and it's all like kind of slightly hairy, like not very hairy. Very hairy I could take, but only slightly hairy. It's like...
So did he always have the goat leg? Like, is that
no,
always?
he
It's just
grew it.
okay.
I kind of see that as like evil taking over his body,
All right.
and the animal taking over his body.
Yeah.
So like, yes.
Is he? Because we saw in the flashbacks like he didn't always have the goat leg.
No, that's
but
right. Yes, and
All
then
right.
he
Quite
gets
an
the goat
accessory.
leg. Yes, I'd say that's symbolic of something.
Lastly, what do you want to say to all of the Chilling fans out there who have binged the show? They fell in love with you. They're having conflicting thoughts.
Yes, well, I would say I'm not mean. I'm not trying to ruin Sabrina's life. Don't come after my life, because it's just a character. I'm actually quite a nice person.
Yes, I can attest to that. I can attest to that. Luke, thank you so much for joining us
you.
for this special live episode of Witches Council.
Yep.
And for all you fans right now, comment down below with your favorite moments from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 2, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
See you later.